You're listening to the Pipe Bomb Podcast.
It's the Pipe Bomb Podcast.
The following podcast is rated S and may contain following themes of nudity via @simpelly_, wrestling preachings, low-key readings. Listeners might witness biased WWE fan draggings, indie talk, wig snatching, tea-spilling arguments, but most importantly, shade. Viewer discretion is advised. The opinions of our panelists do not reflect our hopes and dreams of getting WWE creative/writing contracts.
Viewers' discretion is advised.
What's up, guys? Welcome back. It's Eve. Today we're going to be talking about Raw with Dana versus Bayley, Charlotte and Sasha throwing it down in Hell in a Cell, Paige's surgery, and her new engagement. We're also going to talk about Total Divas, SmackDown Live with Carmella and Nikki, and last and certainly not least, NXT.
Welcome back to another special episode of the Pipe Bomb Podcast. I'm Nick, and I am back. I haven't been around in a while, but thankfully I'm not alone. I'm joined by two lovely, sassy ladies. First, let me introduce Eve. Hey, Eve.
Hey.
Girl, I'm so excited. I'm so happy that you joined the Pipe Bomb Podcast. We've been, kind of creeping you for a while, honestly, trying to, scout you out, and, I'm so happy that you're on the podcast. And on the other end is the fucking bitch, Jaymes. Hi, Jaymes.
We have a bitch on this show, but I'm here. Bitch, don't try me.
If you don't think you're the bitch of TPP, I don't know.
Am I the bitch of TPP? I think Gigi is the bitch of TPP, not me.
Oh, well.
I might come off as, Gigi tried to drag me today, trying to tell me that all her little soft ice cream cone friends from the West Coast think that I'm too abrasive and shit. I'm like, it's not my fault that they can't handle the truth and somebody with an opinion. I'm sorry about it. So
they just think you're angry.
If that makes me a bitch, then so fucking be it. Whatever. But hi, listeners. Hi.
Okay. But hi, listeners.
How are you, listeners? Thank you guys for joining us once again. Before anything else, smash that like button, subscribe if you haven't, because we have just been reaching our goals. Over on our YouTube account, we have hit, I think, up to 342 subscribers. So thank you guys so much. And our IG has been pumping. We have finally hit over 1,000 followers on there, and I just wanted to thank everybody so much. Everybody's dedication, as well as Gigi, Tom finally picking up his slack on the IG. Thank you. So I'm just so happy everything is finally just keep on rolling with TPP, and I'm so happy that we're getting new listeners and more commenters in the comment section. So just keep that going. But right now you're here to listen as bitch about wrestling. So let's talk about it. Let's talk about Raw first. James, did you want to cover Raw, or did you want me to?
Go ahead, please, because my mind is so blurred.
Okay, well, I'll cover Raw. So the first, I guess we'll talk about the match first. So it was Dana Brooke versus Bayley. So the past couple weeks, they've been kind of feuding, having their little chemistry with each other. And they finally had their match. So I thought it was a really good match, solid match with each other. Ever since Dana Brooke got up on the main roster, she's really been proving that she's been becoming more solid in the ring. There was a lot of times, she's so new, right? I still forget that she's only been under contract for less than 3 years. It's incredible just see how far and how much improvement that she's had. So there was one little bit at the end, she tried to put her foot on the rope to kind of get the leverage to pick up the win, and she missed it. And I was like, ugh. So, but other than that, I thought it was a really well put together match. But James, what did you think of Dana versus Bayley?
Well, when it comes to that with Dana not putting her not close enough, that comes into ring awareness and your your what's the word I'm looking for? Experience being in the ring. Bayley's a vet, she's seasoned, and like you said, Dana's only been wrestling for 3 years, so mistakes like that are gonna happen. So her ring awareness wasn't on point there. So who gives a shit to me? I don't really give a shit because the match was flawless. I feel like Dana is really coming into her own after smacking the taste out of Charlotte's mouth, and I can't wait until they revisit that because I feel like that's something that they have to cap after the Charlotte and Sasha thing. But I'm so glad that Dana has her own thing going on, and Bayley has her own thing going on, because it's perfect that Dana Brooke picked up the win, because they're starting to build Bayley just like how they did in NXT to get her over on the main roster and get the fans are already behind Bayley. Like, they were in her hometown. It's so funny because I was watching it with one of my friends who's not a wrestling fan, and he was like, "Damn, they really like that bitch with the ponytail. Like, what's her?" I was like, first of all, she's in her hometown, and he was like, "Oh yeah, that's cool." And then he really got into it. But Dana Brooke, I'm so glad that she got the win. I feel like she deserved the big win on Raw, and it was awesome. I thought the match was flawless, and Dana has been looking hotter than ever. I love this new look on her, and she wore my favorite gear. So shout out to
Yeah, she looked hot. That hair on Dana, like, I've been loving the hair that she's been doing recently, and her makeup's just been on point. But like, I do have to agree with you, Jaymes, with the transition that they've been bringing Bayley up on the main roster. It definitely seems like they're kind of following a similar path when she was in NXT.
Smart.
And I feel like Dana is the perfect superstar to pair her with off the bat. Like, to start rebuilding her, because Dana's such a good mean girl. And I feel like this is really good for Dana, too, to kind of separate herself from kind of Charlotte Blackie. But, Eve, I want to kind of get your thoughts on the whole Dana-Bayley feud going on right now.
Yes, like, I was very happy about it, because after, I think it was like the week before, Bayley had that match against the local competitor, and then she won. I was like, okay, this is like kind of stupid, because there's no like storytelling. It's just Bayley clearly being put over and winning a match. But then Dana came out and like took her down. I was like, yes, good, because I really wanted her.
Oh yeah, sorry to cut you off. Sorry to cut you off. I just wanted to add into that, when Dana did attack Bayley when she was at her stage, and the cinematography of the waving inflatable tube man falling over her when she was down on the ground.
Yeah.
I was like, yes.
It was great timing. It was perfect timing.
Yes.
I feel like we'll see that in a promo or in a promo package when they have their pay-per-view match or something.
Yes, definitely. Yeah. But I think it was Jaymes who said it, that she's finally getting this like time to break out and separate herself. I think that's awesome. And I do really hope that Charlotte and Dana becomes like a huge feud. I think that would be really good, with all the animosity and tension that was building up from Charlotte getting sick of her losing. And Dana, even though she was playing it nice, I'm sure she was very sick of, like you said, being Charlotte's lackey and everything. So,
you know what, Eve, were you mentioning that with Charlotte getting annoyed with Dana losing, because that's where the rift started. But with Dana's recent momentum and like picking up wins on Bayley and stuff like that, how would they revisit that feud with her and Charlotte? Because Charlotte can't say that she's a loser anymore. Or then again, Charlotte's so like conceited and so into herself that she could be like, I'm main evented Raw, I did this, what have you done? You beat Bayley, big deal, I've done that 100 times. So I guess they can go back there. So
yeah, because she could easily say, like, if for some reason, you know, like, because you know how Dana like tries to back her up, and Charlotte will be like, oh, you know, I'm main eventing, I'm doing this, I'm the greatest, and then Dana's like, yeah, because you know we're both picking up wins left and right, and then Charlotte could be like, Dana, shut up, you got one, you know, win last week, and you know no one really cares about you. We're here for me. Like, I could easily start the feud right there.
Yeah. Yeah, it's easy.
Because Dana could be like, whoa, you're not going to talk to me like that. I'm tired of taking your shit, Charlotte. And then there you go.
Yeah.
Boom. It's perfect. It's set right up there.
Super happy for Dana. Overall.
And it can finally actually give Dana some confidence as well, because she's always like, when Charlotte's undermining her, she's just taking it. But like, now that she's picked up her win, she's kind of being her old self from NXT. She could be like, you know what, bitch? No, playtime's over for you. Like, can you imagine like imagine the time Dana's going to pat Charlotte on the head? Like, that's going to be amazing.
Dana needs to get a Playtime is over shirt. I need that in my life. Playtime is over. And then on the back, like a shadow, a silhouette of her flexing. I think that would be cool.
Oh, you're talking about merchandise for her?
Yeah.
Yes.
I want Dana Brooke merchandise so bad.
I'd buy it. I'd support my girl. She supported us from the beginning. Even when she was down on NXT, she showed us mad love. Now that she's getting popular in Hollywood, she don't see our tweets. But that's okay, Dana. We still love you.
She don't see our tweets every once in a while.
Because now everybody wants to tweet our girl. It's okay.
Same with Naya, too.
I know, Miss Naya. They're all Hollywood now.
They all got fame. But let's move on to the other Raw female superstars. So it has been announced that the Queen versus the Boss will be main eventing the Hell in a Cell pay-per-view inside the Hell in a Cell. Will be the first time ever the women will be in the Sinister structure.
I heard that was a rumor. that they don't know if they're main eventing for sure. Like, we don't know for sure yet.
Yeah, Mick Foley took back the statement, and now he's trying to decide between them being the main event as well as Kevin Owens and Seth Rollins. So
nobody has
I'm
a
just
more
like, well,
compelling storyline than Charlotte and Sasha right now in the WWE. Nobody has that history. Nobody has that feud. Nobody has that fire and that chemistry in the ring right now besides Charlotte and Sasha. They deserve that spot. So
they're going to get that spot. Like,
better.
I'm very confident saying that because last week everybody was like, no, they deserve to have the Hell in the Cell match. And what happened on Monday Night Raw? They announced the Hell in the Cell match. So I feel like on Monday Night Raw, we're all like, no, they're going to get the main event. Mick Foley's going to announce that they're going to become main event.
Listen, if that happens, I will be over the fucking moon because that is my girl. And you guys know I stand for Charlotte. And that has been her goal since NXT. She listed all her goals.
That's my girl. That's my girl, Sasha, too. Same goal, you know?
No, but Sasha's goal was to main event Raw. Like, she always said that she wanted a main event Raw. Charlotte was the one who said she wanted a main event a pay-per-view. That's what,
I think...
And that's what Nikki Bella...
It was too far.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Eve.
My bad. I just feel like Sasha might not have thought of it that far.
Yeah, but of course she wants
far-fetched for right now.
Yeah.
But yeah, Charlotte's always been like, I will main event WrestleMania. And then she kept saying, I will main event pay-per-views. And now, hopefully they will main event pay-per-views.
And that's how Nikki Bella got herself into our river when Charlotte made that statement. Because Nikki Bella went on to say that she don't think the women can ever main event or hold a crowd for a main event. So remember that?
Wait, when did she say that?
That was like a couple of years, or maybe 2 years ago. She said it on an interview when the girls were like killing it down at NXT and main eventing and shit. And
I think it was right before it was the
Sasha
Bellas
and
versus
Bayley.
Paige and AJ or something.
Oh.
So it got...
Well, I mean, she probably just had the mindset because back then, I mean, on main roster, they were barely getting 3 minutes. So,
she was in the WWE
I probably would
bubble.
have said the same thing.
She was in the WWE bubble, but Eve, I was watching NXT and I used to tell them because they all was like, oh, when Charlotte and Sasha come up to the main roster, WWE's gonna kill it up and fuck it all up. And I said, listen, there is no way they can book Charlotte and Sasha the way that they're booking the women right now. I said, there's no way. They're too fucking talented. They're too talented. And listeners, if you guys don't believe I said that, you can go back because we have all the shit that I said what I said.
We have seasons. TPP.
I'm gonna keep it like Whitney Houston. We have receipts because I said that.
That was probably in season 1. Let's be real.
So it's just amazing, and like it's one of Charlotte's goals, and I just really, really hope it comes into fruition. Like I will like die. I would love it. Come on, and it's a Hell in a Cell match. And then last week we had Gigi and fucking Eve on here acting like it ain't shit. I was like, are you kidding me?
No, wait. What I said was taken completely out of context because it is a Hell in a Cell. Like you can't like not be excited about it. But I also understood what she was saying. And then when Jaymes said, dude, this is what The Undertaker was in, this is what Triple H has been in, then I'm like, oh, well, okay, I messed up. So, I mean,
I heard you real quick.
You owned it.
I wasn't saying, like, I wasn't putting the match down by any means. You can see all of my Instagram.
It's more towards
anyone else.
It was more G because I listened back to that the other day, and she was just like, yeah, they deserve it. That'll be a fun match. And I'm like, oh, bitch. Yeah. I'm like, it's a Hell in a Cell. I'm like, it's going to be lit. Like, I'm super pumped for it. And I feel like both those girls definitely deserve it. I know a lot of people kind of give us slack when we're like, no, these are the 2 girls that deserve it the most. And then they're like, well, there's other talented women out there. Like, what about the rest of them? It's not that. It's that, like Jaymes mentioned earlier, this feud has been built in for literally 3 to 4 years. So I feel like this is going to be the end of the feud. Definitely needs to be in the Hell Cell. Definitely needs to be main event. So,
but you know what? Oh, I'm sorry. One last note.
Go on.
Oh, sure. Yeah, come on.
One thing that I see with like WWE and the fans though is that like, okay, I feel for them, and because I'm one of them too. Like I would have loved to see Nia more and her being put over more, but WWE is very safe. Because they, like, very rarely do they take chances on people, but they're super safe. Like, if they see that, I don't know, let's say, like, Billie Kay and Peyton Royce, they keep, like, gaining this momentum, and then they start getting put on big time, they're going to push them hella hard because that's safe. But they don't do that for other people. Like, had Summer Rae been like doing freaking flips off the top rope and
here we go.
main eventing in NXT, then they would be pushing her super hard right now. But they don't do that.
You set up Hurricane James. Here we go.
They don't take chances. James, I told you this the other day. I was like, Raw is very safe. Yes. Sasha and Charlotte are talented. They deserve to main event. I am not taking away from that. But they don't take chances on people like Nia Jax, Alicia Fox, like how SmackDown is doing. Like, yeah, they're not pushing everybody super hard, but everyone has a purpose where you at least see them and they get a chance to get over. How do you think Naomi is getting over right now? Because she's been being used.
Okay, boo.
She's been showcased.
I got you. Girl. Trust me. I support all the women. Now that I've said that, I support all the women. Right now is not Summer Rae's fucking time. I'm tired of it. Not everybody's going to be pushed up to the spotlight. There's only a certain amount of room on the fucking top. Everybody wants their faves to be on the fucking top. It's not going to happen. Right now, we are having the first ever women's Hell in a Cell match. The first time in fucking 14 years that women have main evented Monday Night Raw. Sasha and Charlotte, who can fucking go, who can both wrestle. Like, nobody's fucking... They could wrestle better than half of the men on that fucking roster. They could talk on the mic better than half of the fucking men on this roster. And they're telling compelling stories. They have a rivalry for 5 years. This is what the focus is on Monday Night Raw in the women's division. Not Nia Jax coming out to slam somebody around. Nia Jax coming... if they're pushing Nia Jax right now, something big, she's going to be thrown off because everybody's going to be hyped about this Hell in a Cell match. People are going to second mind fucking Nia Jax. So Nia Jax is in a perfect position right now. The last time we seen her, she ripped Alicia Fox apart. And we haven't seen Foxy since. Perfect. Okay, there's closure to that. Where is Nia right now? Nobody knows. Okay, but Nia's good. Nia just started. She hasn't even been 6 months on the main roster. I'm going to need people to calm down and let WWE tell us the story with Sasha and Charlotte. Now, when it comes to Summer Rae, are you fucking kidding me? I saw the whole DM with the Mick Foley thing with the Summer Rae. Listen, I like Summer Rae. I feel like Summer Rae can hold a mic like nobody's business. She's so sassy. She's so shady. That's great. She's a good kiki for the fucking gays. But the casual fans, the people who actually, like, you know what I mean? Like, the casual fans, like, there's more of them that are not with the kiki, the shade, the spilling the tea. They're not here for all of that. And that's what Summer Rae is. I understand Summer Rae has a strong fan base, but it's not Summer Rae's time. Summer Rae is not even traveling with WWE right now. She hasn't even showed her face on the main roster yet since the fucking draft. Because Summer Rae is recuperating from nagging injuries that she's had for years. WWE is still using her. They're not treating her wrong. She's doing other things for the company. She's getting paid for it.
She's doing promotional work.
That's what I'm like. People need to calm the fuck down. And then you have people, put her with this person. Put her with that person. Why would you want that for your girl? Well, if you guys love Summer Rae so much.
Okay, you call me out, girl.
I'm calling you out, Nick. Because Nick comes in the group text at least once a week. Oh, they need to pair her up with this person. Oh, pair her up with one of the cruiserweights. Pair her up with this guy. I'm like, why does Summer Rae... Nick, you're passing her around like a loose joint in a prison. I'm tired of it.
Here,
she's been with every man. Like,
you didn't even give me the time of day to explain myself or what I wanted to do. And before you jumped down my throat and said, oh, fuck this, Summer Rae does not need to be paired with any more guys. Fuck this, fuck that. She doesn't. But in my opinion, yes, I have one of those.
It's an asshole. We all got one.
I feel like Summer Rae is perfect on the mic, like we were all just talking about. She's shady, she's kiki, she's had a good old time. And I feel like on Raw, like Eve was suggesting with SmackDown, they give each of their women an opportunity to shine. They give their women a spot. They're
giving the women too. The Raw is doing the same thing. The women are main eventing. It's just that Charlotte and Sasha are spearheading
No. Wait. You completely missed his point, because he said that all those people on SmackDown are being used. They all have a purpose, and on Raw, that's not what's happening.
It doesn't fucking matter. Not everybody needs to be on TV. Not everybody needs to be on TV.
You're coming to my defense, Eve, girl.
Because just before it was 2 titles, before we had the draft, before Charlotte and Sasha were even tearing it up in NXT, you cannot have a division that people care about if only one person is being built up? Because the same stuff happened with AJ. Why do you think all the Total Divas got buried and are just barely coming out now? Because of the stuff that they did only pushing her.
No. You can't compare that. That was diva time.
No,
that was diva booking. That was diva booking.
Like, nobody's going to care. Globally, no one's going to care about the division if you've only got one or two people that you are consistently building up. Because then if something happens to them, or if, they decide to move on, then all you have is one person, and then you don't know what the hell to do. Because when AJ left, they had no clue what the hell to do because we didn't really have anything going. And then
that's bullshit. They knew exactly what to do.
Wait,
they knew exactly what to do.
They built up Nikki, but I'm just saying it's the fact that they didn't have several things going.
Wait a minute, Eve. You mean to tell me that when they had AJ with them, they didn't have plans for putting that belt on Nikki Bella, who's the star of their reality show Total Divas on a major network like E! That followed after the Kardashians?
But I'm saying that's the problem, though. If you only have two people that you care about, if something happens to them, then you don't know what to do.
No, here's the thing that I'll chime in, Jaymes. I see your point. I see where you're coming from.
No, you can't compare the women now. You can't.
Sell your teacup.
Oh, go ahead, Nick. I'm sorry.
Sell your teacup.
All right, Dad.
Yeah, that's one of my sayings around here.
It's so Canadian. Go on.
Okay. So, thank you. I understand what you're talking about. Right now is a pivotal moment in women's wrestling with Sasha and Charlotte getting these moments, getting these spots. I'm here for it. I want these girls to get these moments. And I'm happy that they have this secondary feud going on with Dana and Bayley. I'm not saying give me everybody at once. I'm just saying with what's happening over on SmackDown, you look at each of the individual female superstar at a character standpoint. You know them. You know what's going on with them. With the Raw Women's division, you only know those four. So I was suggesting, because all of these four women are mixing it up in the ring, I feel like Summer, since she has a speaking role, much like they're doing with Lana, she should be paired with one of the cruiserweights because that is so hot right now. And so I suggested that Noam Dar, when he comes up, because he's fucking sexy as fuck, Summer Rae should be paired with him, and she could help him and elevate throughout the cruiserweight division. Get eyes on her, get eyes on that division as well. Separate her just for a little bit, and then bring her back. You know, I'm not saying just use her just for the sake of it.
She's done it.
I'm saying give her something to do.
She's done it before, and what has it done for her career? Nothing. But can I ask you guys a question?
Because they don't go anywhere.
Can
with
I ask
it.
a question?
They don't go anywhere.
I get James' point with that one.
Can
because
I ask you
pairing her up doesn't help.
No, it doesn't. Summer's too strong. She's a strong personality. She could do it on her own. That's my thing. I like Summer Rae. Is she one of my favorites? No, but I like her. I
love Summer Rae.
I love her too. But can I ask you guys a question? All right, what's the feud on SmackDown right now? Who's feuding right now in the women's division, Nick?
Well,
Alexa Bliss and Becky Lynch and Carmella and Nikki Bella.
Okay, who's feuding on Raw?
Sasha Banks and Charlotte and Dana and Bayley.
Damn!
And then they have a little bit of Naomi going on over there, and they have the natty stuff. So that's why I mentioned.
But wait, James, don't try to make a point because that just started. How long did we have to wait for that? SmackDown did that from jump. So
thank you.
It doesn't matter because they just brought in Bayley.
You still don't have a.
Can we move on?
No, we're not going to move on yet. We're not going to move on.
Charlotte and Sasha.
No, because James wants to keep dragging it out. I'm going to keep.
Hold on.
Oh, girl, we'll be here all day. You know how many times I've had to drag it out with him? Drag each other by the roots to our river. Like, good stuff.
Bayley has just got. Bayley is getting her start now, and they finally introduced her into someone besides a Charlotte and a Sasha and Dana Brooke. So that's been building right now. So that's a feud going on right now. Dana's been beating her up. Bayley attacked Dana first backstage. They're building their own fucking thing.
I'm all here for it.
I don't understand.
But okay, James,
Alicia Fox had her moment.
James, I have a question for you though.
Go.
Had Bayley not been on main roster, do you think we'd have two feuds on Raw right now?
Yes, we definitely would. They would have probably went on with fucking Nia Jax and Alicia Fox. That would have been built up more. We have Emelina on her fucking way. They show us the fucking promos.
I'm excited for
I'm excited for that.
This is what I don't get. Like, we see what's coming. We see what's coming. Everybody has that. Like, Brandy said it best. It's the whole Netflix culture. You guys all want it at once. You want it all at once. Give me. It's like really like it's one of the 7 deadly sins. Gluttony. You want it all. It's greed. It's like, no, calm down.
Here's my
No, I don't want it all at once because that doesn't help anything.
I see all of the opportunity, and I'm seeing the exposure exposure that the women are finally getting in WWE. I'm seeing all of these moments that these women have deserved, and I'm just thinking, well, hey,
Summer
deserves a little of that.
Summer's busy. Summer's doing other things.
Jaymes, nobody is talking about just Summer Rae. I'm talking about just in general on Raw. I just said Summer because Nick said Summer, and everybody else was talking about Summer.
Who else? Who?
Alicia Fox. Well, Paige is injured.
Alicia Fox got a push a month ago, and she got squashed by Nia Jax. TV version. She's out right now selling a Nia Jax beaten. Not the only question I could bring up is a Nia Jax. That's what I'm wondering. Why aren't you guys asking about Nia Jax? Why are people asking about Foxy?
And you said, and I quote today, you were like, nobody. Well, Nia did what she did. She squashed Alicia. She's where she needs to be right now.
No, I did say that, but I'm saying like the masses, like everybody's more concerned about Summer Rae, and I'm like, listen, Summer Rae is. Let's move on because we could go all day.
Please,
I already said it. I'm over it.
Let's go. Do you guys want to talk about the Charlotte and Sasha promos?
Yeah, let's do that real quick.
Lita.
Let's do it real quick.
Yes, because that was hands down the best promo that I've heard from Charlotte.
Yeah.
Like, she was the fucking queen. Like, how she, just the confidence oozing out of her while she's talking to Lita. I was like, Lita, you better get out of there. Like, we don't care. And then same with the boss too. Like, I'm really liking the animosity, the personal vendettas between the two. And I really like how Charlotte said, she's like, I'm the best, she's the best. We're any given day, one is better than the other. And come Hell in the Cell, I am going to be walking out the women's champion. And I'm like, yes, like the confidence. Oh, I just love it. And so like all the haters and shade that I've seen on Twitter with Charlotte's promo skills, just go watch that, please.
I mean,
but yeah, what'd you think of it, Eve? Charlotte.
Honestly, I've said it a million times. Like, Charlotte nails it every time she picks up a mic because she's so good at being a heel. She makes me forget I like her.
Yeah.
She's just that good.
Mm-hmm.
She's amazing. Jaymes, what do you think of your boo?
I feel like
rocking that promo.
I feel like people talking about Charlotte's promo skills back in the day is so irrelevant because that's what NXT was for, is to learn. And obviously she used that as a fucking tool and she perfected it. If you're gonna be the best at something, you gotta practice, you gotta start somewhere. And she did, and now she's at the fucking top of the fucking game. And we all saw it on Monday Night Raw when she was sitting down with Lita. She was so confident, so arrogant, and such a fucking queen. You like, when I look at Charlotte, I'm like, she is the fucking queen. Like, that's royalty. That's wrestling royalty that you're looking at. She's part of the fucking Flair family. And then Sasha's just fucking good. Before I used to think like Sasha can only be a babyface because she's so fucking good at it. But I love how she's transitioning it into like being likable, and I feel like she did a great job finding that happy medium because she could turn it up and then she could bring it back down to a cool level. And I feel like she did such a great job, and she looked like a champion, and she spoke really confident. And I liked how she mentioned that she's going to be in the boss's hometown, and then I like how Charlotte said that she's going to be in her hometown, and all those people over there, I don't need anybody to have my back. And I like that Charlotte said that because Charlotte's whole career is based on people helping her win. So I thought it was a cool little nab in there. I thought it was great, and I love that they actually aired it on Monday Night Raw instead of airing it on the website. So shout outs to Monday Night Raw, even though people shit on them all the time. They do
and promoting it too throughout the night.
Great things for the
women. I really like that.
It's just because that it's Charlotte and Sasha right now, and people are like, ooh, we're over it. But it's like, that's the women's champion and the challenger. They've been feuding for 5 years.
It's just such bullshit because these are the women that everybody was bitching about wanting to see.
Yeah, that's just how it is now with wrestling fans. I'm literally going to make a shirt that says wrestling fans are stupid. When I go over to the UK with Sam, I'm debuting it there. So all the listeners, make sure you guys follow us on our Instagram and our Twitter account because you guys will be seeing me in that fucking shirt.
You're so petty.
It's true, though. Sometimes you got to be petty with these fucking fans, Eve. Like, it's ridiculous.
These fans do not listen. Our listeners, they listen. They smart. But
unless we come for their faves. When we come for their faves. I know the Summer Rae fans are going to come for me this week. But, bitch, I got my gifts locked and loaded.
They repeat the stress.
They could come. Eve, trust me, I took on the Nabob. And the Nabob, they ain't no joke. The Nabob,
if you can survive the Nail Mob, you can survive anything.
The Nail Mob thought they got me. They had me shook. They thought they had me shook. But, hey, I said
Wait,
what
Summer's, like, fans called?
No, I don't even think they have one.
I don't think they have a name.
No, there's just summertime. It's always summertime.
Yeah.
I like the
Yeah.
Lana Land. I didn't know that Eve until you started posting about Lana Land.
Yes,
And I thought that
Lana
was so
Land is
cute.
everything.
I thought it was
That's
cute.
her finisher, though.
Oh, her finisher's
Ooh.
called
Like,
Lana Land? Oh, when
I
she
think
kicks
it's
them?
I think it's called her Lana Army.
Yeah, I think that's
Oh,
what
I
her.
like Lana Land. I don't like Lana
I do
Army.
too. I'm a part of Lana Land. Yeah, I'll say that.
Yeah, I'm from
I
Lana
live in
Land.
Lana Land.
Let's go to Lana Land. Let's take a trip to
Yeah.
Lana Land. I'm from Lana Land.
I'm in
I live
Paige's
in
house in a Bella world in Lana Land, if that makes sense.
I thought the Bellas had the Bella Army.
Well, no, I was thinking of that one time when Nikki was like, oh yeah, Paige may say this is her house, but she lives in a Bella world. I got it.
The only fan base that really had me shook, if they get, is the Bella Army, because those bitches, there's a lot of
Oh God, here you come. You're gonna have 3 armies coming for you.
No. I trust me. I get down with the Bellas. They know I'm here for the Bellas, and I ain't trying to have 5 million of them coming at me. I'm good because Nikki Bella got a strong ass following. Her
Same with Brie Bella. My God.
Strong. Her fucking following is stronger than some bitches' chins. Like, let me tell you, I'm not doing it. I'm not coming for Nikki Bella. I love her, but let's talk about Lana. Lana smacked the shit out of Roman Reigns on Monday Night Raw. I like that.
Did you see the post? Did you see her post about that?
Sometimes you just gotta smack a bitch.
Smack a bitch.
Yeah.
Wow. I was like, really, Lana? I was like, she's more hip than me.
She looked so cute. Nick, how did you feel about Lana and her look? I loved her look. Didn't you?
I loved her look. You know what? As a little kind of thing about myself, I love plaid. Like, I love plaid. So seeing her in that pink plaid, honestly, it kind of made her more... you know how she's, what's the word? Like, she's always in the pintsuit. She's always so, like, professional.
Uptight.
She looked very, she looked very casual.
Like, her character was very uptight, and she was very, like, casual.
Hey, Nick, before we get into the whole Lana thing with Roman, why don't you tell the listeners the cool little story that happened with you and Lana and Rusev?
Yeah, I was just going to give a little shout out to the actual Rusev and Lana because they messaged me over my Instagram. So, if the listeners do not know by now, I have 2 cats named Lana and Rusev.
That's cute.
They are my babies. And they love each other. They're both, like, their personalities are pretty much identical to the actual Lana and Rusev, except my Rusev is a lot more docile, like, very, like, so anyway, I just tweeted out or Instagrammed a photo out of them sitting together in my new place, and I was like, oh, Lana and Rusev are just loving their place, and then the actual Rusev tweeted me, and he's like, wait, you actually name your cats Lana and Rusev? I was like, yes, she's my little ice queen, and he's my big Bulgarian brew. And then Lana messaged, and she's like, yes, every day we inspire change, one cat at a time.
Yeah, I've seen that. I've seen all of that. I think I liked and retweeted it.
That's cute.
Yes.
That's a fun story.
And so that's such a big shout out. Like, I love that because Lana is one of my favorites. I mean, I named my fucking cats after them. So I was really happy to see that after the whole week and stuff that I was going on with. So
that's when you know you're a mark, when you name your pets and children after your favorite wrestlers.
For real.
I love Rusev. Rusev is one of my favorite wrestlers, and one of the reasons being, especially him being paired with Lana. That's why, me and you got into it, Eve, about it last week about Lana wrestling. I feel like Lana.
Oh my gosh! See, actually, you know what? In your face, Jaymes, because today she liked my tweet where I said free Lana and let her wrestle.
Oh, I don't give a shit if she wants to wrestle. I don't give a fuck.
She wants to be free.
I don't give a fuck.
Don't you ever in this life say that she needs to not be freed, okay?
Everybody can want to wrestle, all right? Rosa Mendes wants to fucking wrestle, but no shade. But all I'm saying is,
that was
Lana.
shade.
That was shade.
I just wanted to make my point quick. So my thing with Lana is, I don't give a fuck if she wants to wrestle. I'm sure she could become a great wrestler. You know what I mean? Because, we've barely seen her wrestle. But my thing is, I love the role that she's in. She does a great job.
Me too.
It's
I
a great
agree. I don't
role.
think she should be wrestling.
It's an
right
amazing role. And she's so young in her career that she don't need to wrestle just yet, because it's going to make it more special when she finally wrestles.
She is one of the limited women on there that has the opportunity for speaking roles only. Hence why I wanted Summer to be one of those people. But let's move on from that.
Look at Maurice. I hate to go off subject and compare her to Maurice. I try to stay away from that. But Lana has more of a role than Maurice. Maurice is just there to look like the hot wife. And Lana has, she has a voice. And I love that.
Yes.
And it's really rare in wrestling for women to mix it up with the guys and cuss them out and put them together and actually smack Roman Reigns in the face and then get pushed. Like, I love that combo. The smack and then the roundhouse kick right behind
Rusev.
Yeah. Like, I love love that. And what about the time when she ran over and grabbed Jack Swagger by his hair? Like, the little things
Snatched
like that. When Lana does little things like that, yo, I get my life because it's not expected. So that's why I like her in the role she is. So she can want to wrestle all she wants, but me as one of her fans, Lana, I like you where you are. Don't fix what's broken, boo. Like, get the training. Train, absolutely. Get in the ring. Train. Take bumps. Do this. Learn the craft. Because I know she can put a match together from sitting out there for the past 3 years watching the matches. I'm sure ring psychology, she's getting that. And especially traveling with her husband and, you know, speaking to him. I'm sure she gets all of that. But
she's a very smart girl, too.
Like,
so.
Yeah.
I just love her. Like, Eve, I know you're a big fan of hers, and I know you really want to see your girl wrestle. Because trust me, I was a big fan of Brad Maddox. I was so sick of seeing him in that GM role, and I wanted him to wrestle. So I get what you're saying, but the role was just so fucking dry. But with Lana, her role is like amazing. Like, half of the women on the roster back in the day would kill to have Lana's spot. They would kill to have that spot.
Yeah, I mean, I like the dynamic of it. Like, I get what you guys are saying, but I feel like I almost want her to pull double duty. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get you. I just feel like it would take the magic
I could see her doing that down the line.
Yeah,
you know,
down
like,
the line. Maybe a year.
It's just right now. I really I do agree with Jaymes, but I see your point too. Though
I do too.
I love Lana, and like the little bits and pieces that they've teased us with her being in the ring have been everything. And I just feel like that's what makes Lana so special too, is her character, how they're kind of keeping her away from the ring. So I'd like to kind of just keep teasing us here and there with her, and especially being in the ring with like big main eventers like Roman Reigns, guys like that. Like
Cena.
I mean, she got shoved by Charlotte and Sasha the other week. Like, so she's finally starting to get physical. So I feel like her first eventual female on female feud will probably be with Charlotte.
Yeah, oh my God, like when she came out, I'm gonna make it short because I already said this last week, but when she came out and like got in their faces or whatever, I was like, oh my God, she's gonna get, like, I mean, I had like a moment because I was just really into it. I was like, oh my God, they're gonna add her to the women's title match, like she's gonna fight them because she's, you know, getting in their business, and that's how it's gonna happen. I was like, oh my God, she's gonna finally be freed, and then like they pushed her, and I was like, oh my God. And then backstage, her and Charlotte were getting in each other's face. I was like, oh my God, stop teasing me. Just like let her wrestle, please.
Like Nick
but
said.
That's the thing. WWE is really smart with what they're doing because, like you just said, you're wanting her to wrestle so badly. So they're really smart.
And all her
let's
moments.
move on to.
Real quick before we go, and like Nick was saying, like Nick, all her moments, they're all special, they're all memorable. We always remember when Lana got physical because it's rare and it's special when it happens. So that's why I love Lana in the role that she's in. That's
definitely. So let's move on to the last Raw female superstar that we'll be talking about, and it is Paige. So two big announcements. She just had a successful surgery on kind of her nagging injuries. I think it was her neck that she had surgery on.
Yeah.
So congratulations to her. Hopefully speedy recovery. And then another congratulations because is it an official engagement with her and Alberto?
I think so.
I don't think so because the lawyers are talking.
Then I just heard that like his wife before was like, he's still married. Yeah. I'm like, oh God.
He's still married, and here's the kiki, guys. Paige is still employed. Here is the tea. Everybody listening, let's huddle up. Here's the tea.
Oh, okay.
I'm not gonna whisper because then Gigi's gonna say I'm really Wendy Williams. So let me get back to what I said.
Tea time with TPP.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Her Alberto Del Rio's wife came out and put out a statement like, how is he engaged if he's still married and they're no way close to their divorce? But here's the real kiki. Here's the tea. Her attorney and lawyer was provided to her by WWE. Catch that shade. So, Paige, girl, I said last week, everybody mind your fucking business, but Paige, like, I feel like her being engaged to him, like, even though it's none of my fucking business, like, I ain't holding Paige at night, so what does she care what I have to say? But I just feel like it's too soon, girl. You're young, like, you're having fun with the man. Like, I understand, like, right now you think you're in love with him. It's just a good time right now for him. And this guy, the way that he up and left his wife and all those fucking kids, you really think that this is, and they're saying that, I know that Paige's father is not happy with this engagement as well, and her family like disapproves of it because they don't really like how a man like that would up and leave his wife and children, basically for another younger woman, you know, like and wild like Paige.
Seen that Paige's mom is like okay with him though.
I feel like she's doing that publicly, to save face for her daughter.
True.
That's her daughter,
Yeah.
but her dad is not here for it. And I know that Paige is, Alberto Del Rio's wife obviously is not here for it. But, it's their life, it's their business. Like, I don't mind if they, like, who gives a shit if they're dating? But marriage, that's a bit extreme. And then for Paige to go down on one knee and do it in the ring and make it all, like public the way that she did.
Yeah.
I was just like, really, Paige?
Ratchet,
And
wow.
then, there was nothing romantic about it. That's why I was like,
No, I'm sorry, girl. Like, I found it very ratchet. I'm finding her very rational right now. And I love Paige. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, she can have a relationship, whatever. She can sleep with whoever she wants. I don't give a fuck. But, like, from a business standpoint, from a fan's perspective, this is not smart. All of these things she's doing, she's pissing WWE up purposely.
She's not going to marry him. Like, they're not going to get married. I honestly, truly don't believe that they're going to get married. I don't see it happening. I think it's just a publicity thing. Paige feels like she's out of the spotlight right now, and I feel like she just wants to keep her name out there, and she's kind of taking the media route. Like, let me just get the dirt sheets talking about me. So I think that's what she's doing. And
so greasy.
Do you
just
guys
like
think,
her pants.
Do you guys? Let's not shade her like that. Do you guys think that she's been cut off Total Divas? Do you think like WWE edited her off because they haven't been showing anything with her in it? No inclinations of her. Nothing.
Total Divas put out like why am I losing my words right now? A statement saying that Paige and Alberto's love blossoms on this season. So
I guess
I think they're still on.
I hope
they just were being salty and just took her off the main thing because when WWE is mad at you definitely know.
That's what I'm thinking. Like, if WWE is mad at her, then they will edit her out. But if it's like the whole E thing, they probably got a lot of good tea with her and Alberto.
But then again, WWE can't interfere in E's editing. That's the whole contract. E can edit their show however they see fit. Can they take requests from WWE? Yes, they can because it's WWE talent. But if E wants to edit something a certain way, they have every right to. Hence how people always like, oh, the show never makes sense. It never adds up because, we know the events because we actually watch the product. And then when we see stuff backstage, it's like, that didn't happen that night because Foxy's hair was not like that week. You know what I mean? So E can do that. So that's why I'm like, I don't know if WWE has any pull to pull her off. So I think Eve is right. I think they will be on Total Diva. I hope so. I hope so
too. I hope so too. I think that's petty though for her to be a part of the cast, and since she's such a huge name, she's not in the trailer at all.
Can we talk about the trailer since we just
let's move on to the trailer.
Hell yeah, the biggest bitch in the WWE is back, Maryse. I love Maryse. I think that she's a great addition to Total Divas. Me and Nick talked about this years ago, how we wanted Maryse on Total Divas or a reality show like Wags. Remember, Nick? We had a whole kiki about it.
Yes, I remember. We had good kiki.
And then we get this little teaser. And I was like, bitch, me and Nick called it. I was like, look at fucking Maryse shaking this shit up. I was like, yeah. Can you guys imagine? All right, listeners, I'm going to have you all pull off your front laces real quick. Think about if we had fucking Maria Canales, Melina, and fucking Maryse on Total fucking Divas. That would be the kiki. With the Bella twins, are you kidding me? Those women do not like each other. That would be fucking Love and Hip Hop on E, because those bitches would come for each other. And I'm so glad that when we saw in the trailer of Maryse calling Brie Bella out, because I've said it for fucking forever on this show. Brie Bella's a mean girl. She's so mean to her sister, even on the Total Bella show. She's very outspoken in her family. She's always the one that will,
She's even mean to her mom.
She voices her opinion all the time. Like, Brie feels like you need to know her opinion all the time. Which sometimes I can respect her for that because I like somebody who voices their opinion, but it's the way that you say it all the time. And she's very monotone, the way that she talks. So it really, like, aggravates you and get under your skin. So I'm so glad that you guys saw what she did to fucking Eva Marie last season. Like, that was just straight up bullying. I'm sorry. She bullied Eva Marie. And I'm so happy that somebody like Maryse has come around who's good girlfriends with Eva Marie, the bitch that's still here. I love that whole little spot with Eva Marie. And I'm glad that she put fucking Brie Bella in her fucking place.
Wait, who? Oh, Eva snatched Brie. Because I know Brie was like, I guarantee in a year that girl wants to be here. And so that's what Eva said to Brie?
That's probably, I don't know what Eva said, who she said it to.
Eva, girl, yes.
She's like, a bitch is still
here.
The
ultimate clapback.
It is the ultimate clapback. And the bitch is in a fucking movie. and the bitch has just opened her clothing line, and the bitch is fucking making money. Like, Eva Marie is set. Like, if it doesn't work out with her in WWE, Eva Marie, girl, I ain't worried about you. You got fucking.
Can we talk about our girl Lana gonna be on this season?
Oh my god, I'm so excited.
I can't wait.
With no accent.
Yeah, I know, that's amazing. I'm glad that they're gonna drop her accent.
I am too, because honestly, I was like, girl, how are you gonna do a little wedding and a big little accent the entire time and like try to crack tears and like in and out of your accent? I was like, I don't know. So I'm actually happy to see her use her real voice and like actually get to know the real kind of CJ, you know?
Yeah, definitely. I feel like they couldn't.
Cannot wait.
If she showed up on Total Divas with her accent, I would have churned the fucking channel because it's fake.
Oh, I wouldn't.
I would. It's fake, Nick. If she's coming in with that accent, I'm like, no, Miss CJ, that is not your voice. Like, no. And then you guys...
I'm on to you.
No, but they want to bill it as a reality show, and then you're going to come and have her speaking her fake accent.
Well, do you remember back in the day, like when she made her little cameo appearance, and they were like with Trinity and Naomi, or Trinity and Natty, and she was using her little Russian accent. So I was like, ooh, I was a little worried that they were going to follow through with it.
I feel like that she was clearly put in there. Like, maybe she was hanging out with the girls, and she probably asked the producers. Or maybe she just felt like she should keep her accent because, you know, she's trying to keep kayfabe. Because a lot of fans that met her through WrestleMania Access and stuff like that was reading that she stuck through with her accent, her and Rusev was in character the whole fucking time.
Yeah.
And they're really good with that. So I feel like she just did that too on the show. But now that she's a legit cast member and she wants to be relatable and get endorsements and get into movies like Eva Marie is, you're going to have to be yourself and be likable. So.
Oh, she's going to be the next girl to pick up major movies.
I don't know. I think
sure.
Maryse is going to be the star this season. What about
Is somebody going to pick up that phone?
I was trying to.
I thought it was Nick. Who's calling you, bitch? Somebody better go call your mom.
I don't even know. I hate that. Let me turn it off. That's bad.
Eve over here taking house calls. What are you doing, Eve?
I'm not making house calls. Somebody called me.
Are you trying to get some chingo on the side, girl?
The hotline bling over there.
Yeah.
Okay, the ringer is off, so we won't have any more interruptions.
The ringer.
Okay. I was just like, oh, that phone's still going.
Because you guys didn't say anything, so I was like, okay, maybe they don't hear
thought it was Nick, because I heard Nick, like, moving around, so I was like, oh, thank God he's gonna go get that shit. But when you asked for it, I just look over, I'm like, oh, it's this bitch. I was like, what the hell's going on?
Okay, so let's move on to SmackDown. Do you guys have any other final thoughts on Total Divas before we go on?
Oh, I was going to ask you, so Maryse was confronting Brie, and what did she say again? Because I remember her going off on somebody.
She said something.
Yeah, so, like, I seen this thing on the Diva Dirt website, like, that they were promoting it, and I just heard her going on Brie, like, they were sitting out having a little lunch, having a little kiki time, and she's like, you stole my money? You stole my husband. And then she was, like, going on about some other stuff, so I was like, ooh.
So basically, back in the day, when Total Divas came about, there was a story that broke that the Bella Twins said that they wouldn't return had if Maria and Maryse were added to the cast or some shit like that. They had some trouble. They had drama back in the day when they were like all in SmackDown together. Remember those days? Those days were good.
Yeah. No, but you want to know the real tea?
Huh?
You want to know the real tea about the Bellas, Maria, Kelly, and Maryse, though? The report I read some years back?
What is it? Go ahead.
So, years back, like, this is like WrestleMania.
Allegedly.
So, allegedly, I'm putting my disclosure out there. Allegedly,
yeah, we have to put those.
Like, years out, I can't remember which WrestleMania it was, but they wanted Kelly, Maria, and Maryse to come back all as heels to take on the, like, top faces at the time because the Bellas were gone. And, you know, we went through that period where, like, we really, like, the women's division was hurting bad. Because we, like, AJ wasn't a big star yet. Paige wasn't there. There was no NXT yet. And,
that's when Naomi should have been Divas champion.
What'd you say?
That's when I was an advocate for Naomi to be Divas champion, was that exact time period.
Like when the Funkadactyls first came out, like this, because like the Funkadactyls hadn't even blown up yet, because this was before Total Divas. Mm-hmm. And they were supposed to come back and all be the main girls and be put on as far as Total Divas go, but Maria got blocked because the Bellas ended up accepting the offer because Kelly and Maryse were like, okay, well, if you have me come back, then I also want to be able to use my name to do stuff outside of WWE. because, you know, Maurice was doing her fashion line when she left with the bikinis and stuff. And then Kelly, I can't remember what she did. She's doing like her calendar and she wanted to get married and everything. So I guess she wanted to use her stage name, like have the rights to it so she could do whatever she wanted. And because WWE declined that, then they just said forget the whole thing altogether. So that's why Total Divas didn't come out. So the Bellas came back. So, and then Maria was talking about, you know, she was mad because the Bellas took it. And I'm just like, I'm confused. The whole thing confused
No, the Bellas
me,
said that they wouldn't do it because WWE wanted the Bellas back. They definitely wanted them back. They wanted the Bella Twins. They even Eve spoke on it. If you guys haven't watched it, the Where Are You Now? They just released the Tori Wilson one too. It's pretty good. But Eve talked about how when she announced that she was leaving WWE, Triple H pulled her aside and was like, "Hey, I know you're leaving. You're like a foot out the door, but there's this opportunity. We just signed a contract with E." And Eve was one of the women that they offered, and Eve clearly said no because she wanted to go start her family and she was already planning her wedding and stuff like that. But Maria Kanellis did want to come back. She was ready to come back. She wanted a reality show, and honestly, I feel like Maria would be a great person for Total Divas because she's very opinionated, and I think it would be good.
Yeah, good
but
word.
The Bella Twins together were just like, absolutely not. We don't want her there. They had their trouble with Maurice and stuff like that too. So we really don't know what the whole thing with the Maurice thing is with the Bella Twins. Maybe it could be like the whole thing with Kelly or the whole thing with Melina, because I know that Melina had a tiff with Maurice too back in the day, and I know that the Bella Twins. Yeah, the Bella Twins were really cool with Melina. They loved Melina.
Oh, yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. Girl, they always wanted to work together.
Melina had beef with everybody. What do you mean, really? That bitch fought with everybody.
Well, I didn't know that. I didn't know.
You didn't
know?
I
mean, I heard some stuff, but I didn't know it was, like, true.
Maybe we should do another thing.
I always assume the best.
Nick, remember you came up with that idea about, or was it Gigi, like WWE history, like where we would do a segment where we just talk about...
Yeah, that was my idea.
I mean, like, maybe this could be a good topic about old Diva drama, because we could go on all day about all the reports.
Well, Melina is number one.
I want to know the tea.
Yeah, but I guess we
should
move
have
on.
a tea time.
All I know is that Maurice is going to spice it up. Maurice is going to spice it up on Total Divas. So. And Lana.
Yeah, because I want to know about this, then I want Maurice to just tell it like it is.
I feel like Renee is going to be boring as fuck. They haven't shown anything with Renee.
Oh, shit, I forgot about Renee being on Total Divas.
And then she dates, like, Dean, so I don't know if her and Dean, I don't know. I'm curious to see.
Honestly, I think Renee is going to be kind of like the voice of reason alongside Naomi this season, and a little bit of fun, like comedic relief.
Like Natty?
I don't think
what about Natty?
I don't think they're really going to get into anything with her.
Plus, she's like mostly, I feel like she's mostly going to be in the Bella Twins story, because, you know, her and the Bellas are, like, super tight. They're, like, sisters, practically, so.
I like Natty's little catchphrase in the trailer. She's like, I don't know if I need an Advil or vodka. I love that.
They always use her, like, because remember last season, she was like, you know what, guys, we're just going to chill out and get our toes done, okay? And then she, like, walked away. I was like, what the hell?
And Natty,
the darndest thing.
Natty looked so hot in the trailer, I have to say. Her hair looked fabulous. I was like, yes, Natty, get your, like, I love when Natty feels so confident and beautiful about herself, because she's a beautiful woman, and I love when she puts
and she gets a little
there.
sassy.
Yeah, I just love it, because, you know, she's really feeling herself, and it just makes it so cute. That's why I love Natty, and I always defend Natty.
Can I talk about Natty real quick, before we move on to SmackDown Live? I think it was on SmackDown Live, or like a backstage segment or something, with her and
Daniel.
Shane McMahon. Did you guys see that? Or Daniel?
Daniel, yeah.
Okay, yeah, I just thought that was just, like, random as fuck. She's quoting Whitney Houston and, like, wanting to sing and dance with somebody and, like... But anyway, her main reasoning is that she wants to be one of the first women to be on this 5-on-5 elimination traditional Survivor Series tag match. So I thought that was kind of cool, just to, like, give her a little spot in there, too. But I didn't really know where they were going with that Whitney Houston show.
So, like, my thing is, who are they going to leave out then on SmackDown?
That will be interesting.
How many women?
Well, I know it better not be Naomi. I know that.
I don't think it'll be Naomi. I think it's probably down to, maybe Carmella. I can't see Carmella.
Well, let's talk about everything before that.
The tension between Carmella.
We'll get to
and
it. We're gonna talk about that. We're gonna talk about that when we get into the Carmella and Nikki thing, because I have a prediction.
We'll figure out, like, what our picks would be for the 5-on-5.
All right, let's go. We gotta keep it going.
Yeah, we got to keep it moving, though. Got to keep it pushing. So SmackDown Live. So Carmella announces that she she has to expose Nikki Bella tonight, or she has news on her. So she comes out. I thought this was hands down the best promo Carmella has pulled out. And honestly, this is what I wanted to talk about at the very beginning of the show. I thought this is something SmackDown really needed to pull out in their women's division, with all the attention going on with Raw right now, with the Hell in a Cell match, with the women main eventing. So, and this feud has it's been great, don't get me wrong, but there's been times where it's been a little dry at times, and I feel like this right here, the promo between Carmella and Nikki, just boosted it right off. So, James, did you want to cover it, or do you want me to just kind of quickly skip?
I didn't think that. I feel like this feud is just getting started. I didn't feel like it was getting dried at all, so I can't agree with that, Nicholas. But what I will say is, I feel like you're absolutely right with SmackDown saying, looking at Raw and being like, all right, Raw's doing amazing things, even though the fucking fans don't think so. Eve.
Hey, look.
Hey, I got to throw in my shade. I got to throw in my shot like Miss Nikki Bella did when she took a shot at the Queen and the Boss. And I love that. I love stuff like that.
Oh my God.
So what I will say
I'm gonna let you finish.
Carmella, I love how they started off with Carmella backstage coming out, and then when she came out with her theme song playing, I loved her look. She looked like a bitch from Staten Island, and that's one thing I really love about Carmella, is that she looks exactly like where she's from. It's perfect. And then she came out, she's like, I'm going to spill the tea. And I was like, look at her relating to the gays, the people that, her fan base. And I was like, good for you. Kudos. You know who your fans are. It's important. Like Summer Rae. Summer Rae knows who her fans are. So she's out there, she's da-da. Nikki Bella comes out. I love Nikki Bella's power walk to the ring. I think she looks so sexy and hot. And then she came out with her hair all flowing. I don't know. Nikki Bella just does it for me. She's beautiful. And I had a conversation about Nikki Bella too. Should I say it on the show? I'm going to say it on the show. Because somebody asked me, would you fuck Beyonce? And I was like, no. And then she's like, really? You wouldn't fuck Beyonce? And I was like, no. The only girl I think I'd bang is Nikki Bella. She's like, the total diva girl.
I just feel like she'd be so annoying.
I think she's hot, Nick. I don't care if she's annoying. I think her body,
No,
her
like
face,
to actually do anything.
Nikki's
with her.
body,
I feel like she'd be annoying through it.
I don't care. Look, her and John Cena have amazing sex. She talks about it all the time on Total Divas, even with her neck brace.
True. I'm a little jealous.
They do quickies everywhere. Like her and Dan, that episode got a bit uncomfortable. But anyways,
talking to about it in front of
I don't know. I just feel like Nikki Bella has a sick body, and my personal preference, I feel like her body is my favorite out of all of the women. Anyways, I was so shocked when Carmella called. She's like, "Oh, only where you are because of your boyfriend, John Cena." I was like, "Oh, they went there." They did it. My lace front went right off. I was like, it just melted off. I was just like, oh my God.
Went right off.
Kid, like, I couldn't believe. Listen, it's been years that we've been waiting for somebody to call out Nikki Bella on this shit. Everybody knows that they date, but WWE wanted to keep them apart for years, for obvious reasons, because Nikki Bella was a bad girl, John Cena was a good guy on TV. But this is everybody's talking about how Nikki Bella did a great job. It was amazing. She showed passion and fearless and all that good stuff. I'm here for it. Nikki did amazing. I don't want to hear that Nikki Bella can't cut a promo, because, bitch, all I'm going to do is send you this link from now on. Anytime somebody says something, I'm just going to send a link. But what I will say is, fucking Carmella, good for you. Carmella is the woman who truly exposed Nikki Bella. She's the one who brought out that she's fucking dating John Cena on WWE television. She's the first person to ever mention it. So I love that she did that, and she did it so catty, basically saying like you slept your way to where you are now. And
pretty much.
Yeah, so it's just perfect. And then she's like, and then you used your sister to get into the ring and then people are like, how the fuck did she use Brie Bella? Like, what the fuck? Brie Bella was the one who found the Diva Search stuff. If people dig into the Bella history, it was Brie Bella's idea to come to WWE.
And not only that, like, sorry to cut you up, but I loved that. I loved when she's like, you used your body to get into this business. You used your sister to get into this ring. And then you used your boyfriend, John Cena,
to be a celebrity. And I was like,
Capiche.
Clock that tea. Carmella slayed for days. Both of these women really showcased a great moment in the ring.
And it's got everybody excited for this feud again.
Yeah, exactly. It needed to happen. This feud's just getting started. I love how WWE now is doing the series of matches. Like, a lot of people are not fans of it. Like, look, pretty soon people are going to be complaining about the Nikki Bella and Carmella thing. Like, why isn't Naomi getting involved? Like, shut the fuck up and let them tell us the fucking story. Naomi is doing amazing things, and we're going to talk about Naomi. See, look at Eve. Eve's already like, I can't believe he told us to shut the fuck up about Naomi.
We got to keep it real on TPP.
It is what it is. We're going to talk about Naomi.
James is just like, when he gets really passionate, he's just like, okay, well, look, bitch. This is how it's gonna be, and you have to get the fuck over it. And this is how it's gonna be. And then
because I'm tired of it. But how do you feel about the whole segment, Eve?
Oh my God, it was good from start to finish because, like Jaymes said, Carmella came out completely swagged out. Like, she was killing it from jump. And then Nikki interrupted her. And I love Nikki Bella. Nick, I don't think, you don't really care for her, do you?
I'm impartial with Nikki. Out of the Bella Twins, she is my favorite, but I'm really big on mic work. Like, that's what really draws me to women's wrestlers. And like, if you're good in the ring, if you're a little sloppy at times in the ring, I can maybe look by that as long as you could keep me entertained. But with Nikki, it's her accent, kind of the Valley Girl thing. I just can't connect with her during promos, but I think she's beautiful. And I really respect all of the hard work she's done with wrestling. So that's my piece on her.
Well, I loved it. That was the best, like, fearless promo she's ever done.
Oh yeah, that was hands down one of her best promos.
Like, I just loved it, like, 'cause especially like what Jaymes said when she was like, you know, I'm not afraid of anything. Like, I wear this word on my shirt because that's what it's all about. These people know it, and I'm not afraid of anything. I'm not afraid of a boss, a queen. I'm sure as hell not afraid of some princess from Staten Island. I was like, oh damn! I was like,
zing.
I was just like, I was marking out. I was like, oh my gosh, she did that.
It was another moment with Carmella that I love too, and she's like, I mean, if some of you, I know you don't like reality television, I just was like,
yeah, like girl, like that, like little things like that. That was the like,
so catty, so bitchy. I love it.
I like the trailer.
I say Heel Carmella is everything.
I like the trailer how because I was watching Total Divas and I was actually thinking like, Nikki, you are very needy. Like, you always want to be on your man. And I like that Carmella spilling the tea. She was like, well, this is how, for the ones who don't watch her fucking show, this is how she fucking is. All up her man's ass. John, I need you, John. So it kind of tied in with the whole, like, she needed her man to get to where she is now. So
exactly.
I think it was just a great moment. And I like that they didn't get physical after the capiche. Because I was just like, oh, don't hit her. You guys got to get off on this note with just, like, an exchange.
The word.
Yeah. Like, it has to be
exposure.
That. Yeah, like, let's get it like that. And then next week, maybe we could have something else. Like, I don't know.
I wanted to ask you guys a question. Do you think John Cena is going to be introduced into this storyline now?
I don't think
I hope so. Because I feel like that would add to it. Like, he doesn't need to take over or even really say anything necessarily. Like, because it could almost be like a Lana dynamic, like, whereas he's trying to maybe defend Nicole or something, or maybe she's just backstage talking to him, and then Carmella's like, oh, well, look here. And, you know, once again,
look who you with.
What are you guys doing, going over your game plan, Nikki? Because, you know, we know you can't think on your own, you know, because you need John.
See, like that, I would like it. If, like, they catch them backstage and then Carmella just so happens to stumble upon them. I don't feel like John Cena should get involved in the women's business.
Yeah.
Because I feel like that would make Nikki Bella look weak. Because Nikki Bella's talking about how she's fearless and she doesn't need her man. So I think with John Cena...
Carmella could be a little shady and try to go backstage and flirt with John Cena a little bit.
No, that's Attitude Era right there.
That would be fun.
She did something like that. That's Attitude Era as fuck.
That I can do. I just don't want to
see Lana and Batista. No, I'm just
I just don't want to see John Cena cutting a promo on Carmella. I don't want to see that.
No.
Because then I'm going to be like, that's unfair. That makes them look like the heel and Carmella look like the babyface. Because it's
right. It definitely should be a 2-on-1 thing.
If John Cena... Oh, go ahead, Eve.
Oh, no. I was done.
Oh, I was going to say, if John Cena gets involved, it got to be Carmella getting the upper hand. That's just how I feel. Like you guys said,
well, I was just viewing kind of like, you know how Lana slapped Roman. How big of an impact would Carmella slapping John Cena be? You know, like, I don't know.
Well, see, because then you have to be careful with that because, like you said, like, I didn't really like saying that, but that's the only person I could think of, like you said, that interacts with the men because you don't want Carmella to do that because then it's like, oh, well, then all she's doing is the same thing Lana's doing. But I like
I bet that's different because Carmella's still an active wrestler.
Yeah, Carmella's a wrestler. So
well, yeah, that's true.
The only thing,
but I still would like it better. It's like them being caught backstage, like talking about Nikki's match against Carmella next, or whoever she's gonna see, or like she's taking pictures backstage. You know how they just show them doing stuff backstage, and then she's talking to John, and then Carmella just come up and pretty much dogs their relationship.
Oh, you know what? I'd rather have her, instead of her doing any like interaction with Cena, I would like her to come out and moonwalk when Cena's having a match and distract him and have him lose. And I feel like that can fuel Nikki Bella. Like, oh, now you're coming for my man, bitch. Nobody fucks with my family. Blah 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 blah. Like,
oh my god, James, you just gave me an idea. I'm so sorry because I cut you off, but you just gave me an idea. So like Carmella is she comes out moonwalking or whatever, distracting John or whatever, but they actually end up catfighting during the match, like in the middle. So they're just like, what the hell?
Or like Nikki can come out and snatch her while she's trying to distract her.
Nikki does her power walk down to the ring.
That power walk is strong, bitch. Don't come for Nikki's power walk. That power walk is strong.
I love the power walks. I just feel like that's kind of one of her things lately. Like she's always power walking down the ring.
I'm gonna tell Sam. Now. I was like, when we put her on the power ranking, make sure it's the power walk, please. I want the Nikki Bella power walk because it's fabulous. You see the boobs is all jumping nice. Her hair is flowing. The red, the lips. She looks so intense. I'm just like,
all right, settle it down now.
Ooh, Nikki. Ooh, I'm getting hot, bitch. Ooh.
Oh, cold shower, boo.
Oh my god.
But yeah, so other than that, let's move on to Alexa Bliss versus Naomi. So I was kind of confused. If Naomi won, was she going to be put into the title picture?
She would be in the conversation.
Okay, in the conversation. Okay, so the match itself, I loved it. So Eve, what did you think of Miss Naomi going up against Miss Bliss?
I liked it. It was a really good match. I was kind of, I don't want to say I was on edge, but I was on edge because I was really hoping Naomi was going to win because I wanted her to be put into the title picture. But I think they were kind of testing the waters to see if people would really get behind her as far as being put in the title picture. And I love that. I just like the fact that she's even considered as a top woman or close to being a top woman. So I was just happy with it in general. And Alexa can't keep losing because she's number one contender. Because then it's like, why did we build her up to be number one contender? She's gonna lose.
Exactly. I thought this match was a lot better than their No Mercy match. And I was really looking forward to like having their matchup together. And I understood like what Jaymes said last week. Like it was really rushed, kind of put together. So now this time they finally were able to have some time to put together a really good match. And like I've really been enjoying what they've been doing together. So I liked the chemistry, and I liked how Alexa did pick up the win. It still keeps her looking strong going into her match with Becky. But James Boo, what did you think of Alexa versus Naomi?
I feel like this match was a lot better than their last match. I really liked it. I like Naomi's gear. I thought her gear was super cute and fitting. I feel like they worked so much better together. I feel like Alexa Bliss and her mouthy ways, I love that shit. And I feel like with Alexa Bliss picking up the win was justified. I feel like WWE is really hell-bent on getting Alexa to that level on SmackDown, as they should, because she's super talented. And the way that this girl cuts her promos, like after the match, and she cut her promo in the middle of the ring, like she did a great job, and she was just like, I'm gonna be the next champion, the fairest of them all, and blah blah blah. She has like so much attitude. But Naomi did amazing, and I feel like it's just not Naomi's time yet. Like people want her to be in that title picture ASAP and to put the belt on her. Then what? Where are we gonna go from that? Naomi needs to build. She needs to build. It's a whole new gimmick. Let them build it up for her. And then we could get her into the title picture. But I will say that her fucking moonsault in the corner of the ring was beautiful. Like, I love the way she bent her neck. I mean, her back was, like, curved perfectly. She just nailed that shit. And then when Alexa
What do you guys... Oh, sorry, continue.
And then Alexa Bliss went up for her spiteful splash. What did she call it? The Twisted Bliss. And
Twisted Bliss.
Yeah, so it was cool. So I love the dynamics between the two of them. It was great.
I was just going to ask you guys, what did you think of Naomi's kind of outfit this week? I wasn't feeling
I liked it. I liked it.
I thought it was fun. I thought it was like feel the glow. I thought it was her whole shindig. It just worked.
Oh yeah, it's her whole shindig. It was
really fun. She looked like a go-go dancer.
With all of her other ones that she's had, this one I wasn't really feeling the whole mesh little bodysuit thing. I like
the stars that glow in the dark that she put on her shoulder.
I do too. Love that, and I loved her weave this week.
Why? Yeah. Why? You know when she does that live show, she wears this really cute one that has stars all over it that glows in the dark. I'm like, why don't you wear that on TV? I really like that top.
Yeah. Oh my God. Maybe she's saving it. Maybe she's saving that for like a big match,
like a pay-per-view or something.
Yeah, she might be saving that one.
Yeah,
save it for Survivor Series, maybe.
Right, like she might wear that during Survivor Series because she's slowly introducing her newer stuff.
Another thing with Naomi, the reason why she's not getting over. Oh, maybe I shouldn't say it. I'm gonna say it. Fuck it. Naomi hasn't found... Naomi, you have so many looks. You like to switch it up. And I love that about her. But she has to find that signature look. Every top superstar that we've had in all these years, you know, AJ Lee, Paige, the Bella Twins, they all have signature looks. You can't tell me Naomi's signature look because it's always changing. She needs to have a signature look where you relate it quickly to Naomi, where people can cosplay and dress up like a Naomi. Now you can do the hair and the glow in the dark shit. It'll be like Naomi. Like, you could basically put on anything. But I feel like Naomi needs a signature look because she plays around too much with her looks. And one week she had a backpack and now the backpack's gone. And I'm like, come on, Naomi, we need to figure this out. And then the jacket, and then the jacket's gone. So I'm kind of like, I need something to relate to Naomi. That's all.
I hear you.
Mm-hmm.
She just needs to, she's just playing around with it herself right now, too. I think she just needs to find that distinct kind of attire and then just go with whatever color schemes that she goes with. Because remember her bandana one? I loved that.
I loved that.
Oh,
that was her best.
And how she had, like, the red, the purple, the green, the yellow, the light blue. Like, I thought that was bump. So.
And then before she had this signature glow-in-the-dark shoe, you know? Now everything glows in the dark, you know? Everything's cool. But you need to find that signature look, Naomi. And I know she's working on it. She definitely...
Oh, it'll take her time.
Yeah. Like Alexa Bliss. Alexa Bliss got that claw, you know? And she plays around with it all kinds of ways. And you relate that to Alexa Bliss. You go to the store, you'll see like a hand thing. Oh my God, Alexa Bliss has that. Let me get that skeleton thing. You know what I mean? So people can easily dress up like an Alexa Bliss. So I feel like Naomi just makes it a little bit harder for her fans to dress up like her, even though like her shit's easy, glow in the dark, but to like legit crossplay. It's gonna be
like if you tried to cosplay her and for a random wrestling fan, they'd be like, "Are you like a go-go dancer?"
Yeah, they wouldn't know what it is.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, it'll just be like, "Oh, you look funny. You look funny." But if you dress like anybody, like the cheerleader that dressed up like Nikki Bell, everybody knew who the fuck she was.
Everybody knew who she was.
The hat, the socks.
Thanks for the shout out on IG too, girl.
I know, she gave us a shout out. So, you know, that's all I'm saying. Like AJ Lee, she started that thing because she saw a lot of people dressing up like her. So then she wanted to find a signature look that's easy with the jean shorts and this black crop top and the Converse.
I mean, you even look back at like Lita with the thong and like Trish with the pants. You know, like it was all of these distinct looks compared with everybody. So.
Yeah, that's it. But we can move
Nikki
on.
with that snapback though. I've never been a fan of snapbacks until she started wearing it.
Bitch, I love snapbacks. I got one on right now.
I got a beanie on, boo.
I would get a Fearless hat. I should get one.
I have both. I have the Fearless Nikki and the Stay Fearless.
I gotta get one. I'll support the Nikki. So
let's move on. Yeah. Is there anything else from SmackDown you guys want to talk about?
Where's Miss Eva? That's it.
Yeah, Eva, see, that's another woman that I'm like, you know what, girl? Take your time. Like, you could come back in January for all I care.
Oh, Eva can take her time, but Summer can't? Summer's in a rush order?
Yeah, because I've already. Here's the thing with Summer. Summer hasn't been seen once since this whole since the whole revolution.
Like 4 years
is
straight.
What I'm talking about.
Summer's been on TV for 4 years straight doing nothing. So what's the problem?
Let's not bring up Summer, okay?
But you know what? Okay, here's one thing too. Just one thing about Summer. I'm not really trying to make it a big deal.
Maybe Summer should be on the cover.
but yeah, we should just make Summer the cover. And the thing though, as far as storyline goes, Summer made Sasha and Charlotte, and I know a lot of people have been posting and tweeting saying that because you know when Sasha was like just plain Jane babyface Sasha, she kept
little baby boss.
Yeah, and she was telling her like go out there, unleash your inner rage, and then that's how she developed the boss, and then she had their clip going, and then Charlotte joined them, and then Charlotte became, women's champ. So
listen, that's a great way to bring her in. But let's tell the story first between these two women, and then maybe we can introduce Summer.
I know, James. I'm just telling you why people.
You know? Oh, now you know. Earlier you didn't know.
I'm just being their voice.
Now you know. Earlier you didn't know, bitch. All right, let's get into NXT real quick before we skedaddle.
Yeah, You cover NXT because I did not watch it this week.
All right, real quick. We had Liv Morgan backstage, and she was getting interviewed by Dasha Fuentes, who has a great speaking tone. She's a beautiful
Love
girl.
Dasha.
So Dasha's out there, and she's speaking to Liv Morgan, and Liv Morgan's like, "Listen, I don't make excuses, I make moves," and I like that line from her. So she was getting ready to go out, and I guess she was gonna go look for Peyton and Billy, and all of a sudden she gets attacked by Peyton and Billy. They just break up her interview, and they knocked her down. They started both jumping her. Mind you, Billy Kay and Peyton looked flawless. They looked like supermodels. It's the craziest thing. And it was just like supermodels beating people up like wrestlers. It was just so weird to see them do that. I was just like, this is crazy. And Billy Kay gave her a big boot backstage. It was really cool. You guys, the listeners, guys know I love me my big boots. And Billy Kay gave her a cool one after Peyton threw her into it. They really gave the girl a beating. And then they dragged her out. Yeah, Nick, they dragged her through the back. It was cool to see.
No, they didn't.
Yeah, they dragged her. They literally dragged
her. Not just the phrase.
And then Billy sits her up. Like, gets her up ready, and Peyton comes with a running knee on the top of the ramp, and it was brutal. It made a loud sound, great impact, and she just lied there lifeless, and then the women cut a promo, like, over her body. I can't remember what they were saying. Eve, do you remember what they said? I can't remember.
They were like, just to let you all know, Liv was trying to talk just now about being beat up, but, she just got beat up again.
Yeah.
And then Peyton Royce took the mic and was like, we're letting all the women in the division know that you're being put on notice because we're taking over, and that includes you too, Asuka. And I was like, hell
yeah! And then they just looked at the crowd, really sultry with their hot makeup, and then they walked off stage. The icons came, slayed, and left.
Yes, they made their signature pose too. Oh my god,
beautiful!
I love it.
They look amazing together. The pairing of these two is fabulous. And then later in the show, we had Nikki Cross have her debut matchup against that new chick with the curly hair.
Danielle
Carmella,
yeah. You know, she's really basic, she's really green, but I see what NXT's doing with her. They're getting her out there, getting her used to being in front of a crowd. I know that she's been wrestling on live shows, so apparently they have some trust in her, and then she's working with somebody like a vet like Nikki in the ring, so Nikki could take care of her. And Nikki came out.
How was Nikki?
Nikki was great, okay? My only thing, I love the end. I hate the theme song. The theme song is so annoying. I feel just change the fucking theme song, please. And you guys change Charlotte's fucking theme song. You guys better change this garbage. So, please. And she came out and she was like very like erratic. Like she looks like she's like, this is exactly who Dean Ambrose needs to fucking be. This is a lunatic French. I've been talking about it for years. I wanted to see it in WWE. NXT gave it to me with Nikki Cross. This bitch is out of her fucking mind. She's like biting herself. She's clawing at her face and shit. Like she's all over the place. And she's like dirty and wet. And I liked her attire. It was all black. She put a beating on this girl. And then after the match, she beat the girl with a, I don't know what the finisher. It was like a fisherman hook, swinging neck breaker. It was pretty cool.
Okay.
And then she went for the cover, and then after the cover, she went back to go beat up on that Danielle girl. She's like beating her up. And then I think she even like bit her or some shit. And then Eric Young came up and pulled her off of the Danielle chick, and then she elbowed Eric Young in the face and right back after the girl and started beating her up. And then the big
guy, a rabid dog.
Yeah, she was a lunatic fringe. This is the lunatic fringe, not Dean. So, and then the big guy goes and grabs the lunatic fringe off the girl, and he's all laughing, and the lunatic fringe is like swinging her arms around, and she's trying to get back at her, kicking her legs, and then the referee reverses the decision because the beating was so bad from the lunatic fringe that they granted Danielle the win. So it was pretty cool. It was a good moment. It was great for Nikki. But my only thing is, Nikki, just go by Cross. Can we just call her Cross? Well, I don't like the whole superstars being named the same thing. Nikki Cross. I know we got John Morrison, we had a John Cena, but it's
they'll probably drop it because they usually do just first names, so they may just give her like a first name for. I don't like the name just Cross. So
how about Cole? Nicole Cole. Like, let's give her something different. I don't want it to be Nikki. I don't. It bothers me. And it's
I know. I don't like it either. And that's like, well, that's her real name too. So I'm kind of confused why they let her keep that one. So I'm like, eh.
But how did you feel about the segment, Eve?
I'm not too crazy about Nikki Cross, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Why?
Why is that?
You got to give a reason, bitch.
Like, okay, well, it's like certain. I mean, I just have like a type. I feel like I respect all the women who go out there.
Because she's not pretty. Is that why?
It's just like Nikki Cross, Asuka, Ember Moon. They're not my type.
Because they're not pretty girls.
I didn't say that.
I said it because they're not like the pretty.
Amber Moon is fucking hot.
No, but you know what I mean. They're not the models.
Very pretty. So is Ember. I mean, Nikki Cross isn't that pretty, but
they're not models.
Ember, none of the divas there.
But you let me finish.
I just fucked up. I called them divas. Excuse me. All the women's wrestlers are not models. It's only like one that's really a model, and that's Eva. But I don't know. I just have a type. I don't know. I like
pretty girls.
I like the pretty girl who's like a tomboy, but at the same time, I don't know. I don't know what it is, to be honest.
You like a feminine women's wrestler. Is that it?
I guess so. I like for them to like be able to throw it down in the ring. I like for them to be very ladylike, I guess. I don't know.
You like the pretty girls, period.
No, because the way you say it. Don't.
No, Tom's like that too. Tom likes the pretty girls. I called out Tom even.
That's not true. That's not true because I loved ODB and she's far from a pretty girl. Okay?
That was a mess.
Ew. So hold up. So you would like ODB, but you
don't like
ODB because ODB is funny. Like she used to come out smacking on her big ass tits and drinking freaking out of a flask. But she was
drinking out of a flask while you watched her?
She was entertaining. Like she used to do the Bronco Buster and like pat on her vagina and say she's a classy bitch. I'm like, how do you not like her?
I could never take her serious.
She's disgusting.
I can't.
I'm sorry. I liked ODB. I did.
It's okay. It's okay to be a fan.
I wasn't a mark, but she was entertaining.
So with this Nikki Cross thing, then do you think they're like she's going to like Jaymes and the new Lunatic Fringe, like kind of like
it's not
giving me Victoria vibes?
Nick, hold on,
like
time
crazy psycho.
Time out. It's not a new Lunatic Fringe character. It's the first one. Dean has never been a Lunatic Fringe. I really want.
I hope you know that Ambrose Asylum is going to come for you.
Listen,
they always do.
It is what it fucking is, because I ain't the only one. Stone Cold and John Cena co-signs, so it is what it fucking is. Even Gigi was having her doubts the other day, and I was surprised.
I heard she's giving her doubts on him
because even the fans again, like really. Oh, another thing with SmackDown.
Oh, can we not talk about Dean, please?
Real quick before I finish up with this girl, SmackDown. I need you to stop with that James Eldridge bullshit. I'm over it.
Oh, thank you.
I'm over it. I'm fucking over it, and I'm over.
Oh, you don't like him?
Next, they should have shipped them out. They should have shipped them out with what's that girl's name that got fired? The pregnant one that won Tough Enough.
Oh, Sally.
Yeah, a mess. Like, how are you gonna win Tough Enough and then come and get knocked up by a wrestler after everybody on Tough Enough was calling you a ring rat and saying that you're just walking around sleeping with wrestlers? You don't even get a debut match on television, and then the next thing I hear is that you're pregnant by a wrestler. Really, girl? That's how you're gonna do it? I'm glad that they let her go. I'm super glad.
Jaymes, you are so savage. Oh my god. Some of the stuff you say.
Hey,
there's no filter on TPP.
It's the Pipe Bomb podcast. We're going to drop pipe bombs on here. But yeah, and overall, NXT was fun. I liked it. I thought it was a great showing. I thought it was great for the women. And I was so happy for Billie Kay.
I'm excited to see this Nikki crossing, and I'm excited to see the dragging of Liv Morgan.
Yeah,
the dragging of Liv Morgan. This sounds like a documentary.
Yeah,
it was great. Though.
Coming up next, the dragging of Liv Morgan.
WB24, the dragging of Liv Morgan.
Can you imagine? That would be a cool little promo for the icons to do, and I hope they start billing them as the icons on television.
Yes. Oh my god.
Corey Graves. I want him to be out there just saying, "Oh, here comes the icons, the Australian." They look like Australian supermodels. Wouldn't it be cool if, like, after Emelina gets up there and has a run and shit, and then she goes and get her Aussie girls to come up, like her little girl powwow crew, and Emma could be the only blonde in the middle? I think they would really stand out. They would look cool. They look like a girl band.
They look hot. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they really would look hot. The girls look like models, but the crazy thing is that they can wrestle like just like the rest of them.
I honestly think Billie Kay is the most beautiful woman they have right now.
She's gorgeous. Beautiful.
Yeah. Every time I see her, I'm just like, damn.
I love her theme song, too.
Me too. I was sad about our old one, but I'm enjoying the new one.
I like it. I like how it starts. I love their entrance together. I saw some videos of them making entrances together on the live shows, and it's really cool when they both, like, set up.
Oh, you need to send that to me.
Does Peyton still have that flower?
Yes. The iconic flower, yes.
I want her to switch it up, because since she's I want her to be more like a darker flower or something. Like, I want her to kind of, like,
The black rose.
Yeah, like kind of like a velvet or like the black dahlia rose. You know what I mean? Like something like that. I just want
like a poisonous rose or something. I don't know.
Yeah, like I just want her to kind of be a little bit more cohesive with the outfit. Even though I like her new outfit with the tights and stuff, and her hair looks amazing. But
I don't know about those tights, the long tights. I wasn't too sure about them.
Oh, you know, I
liked it better when I seen her like actually competing in them. Because when I seen the pictures, I was a little like, but when I saw it on NXT, I liked it.
It was super cool.
She gives me Riddler vibes with it.
Oh yeah, you said that.
Riddler.
Gigi
my
said
God.
that too.
Yeah.
Oh wait, speaking of Riddler, did you guys see my post the other day about Poison Ivy?
No.
So remember how in Batman she had those big like, I guess you could say like her hair was wrapped around like horns?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
I feel like Peyton should do that, but just like smaller.
That would be cool.
Oh, I
Maybe
love
she could do that
Peyton's
for
hair
TakeOver.
right now. The sleek back look, though.
No. I mean, like, she could just do it once or twice, like, maybe during a promo or something.
Yeah. Eve, I had a whole promo thing with Peyton, how I wanted her to be, like, in the wilderness with, like, leaves and flowers all around her.
Oh, he booked her like Poison Ivy.
Yeah,
I want her to do that, too.
Picture her TakeOver entrance, like, with the smoky green fog with, like, greenery all around on the entrance. And then
I would want her to lay on, like, one of those big throne things
like
and have all these men drag her out.
I don't want any men. I want her to come out through, like...
Dude, imagine WrestleMania if she was, like, to be, like, going for the title as a
It would be cool. It's cool. Her character, it's super, super cool. But we could
just have this bitch flying out of a Venus flytrap. Like,
or she could come out of it. That would be a cool one to have her come out of one. Like WWE, you guys have a whole. They have a production team.
I just got an idea. What? She could be inside of a flower, and then the petals all fall down, and she's standing in the middle.
Or you can have Peyton. You can have Billie Kay come out and like pull it apart, and then boom, here she comes too. You know, one can come out of something like Billie Kay. What's her character? She's hold the Phantom of the
Opera.
Femme Fatale, upper echelon. She's just that bitch that will kill you in your sleep. Like
they could have like a kind of a lace type of
no, they could have type thing. Oh my god, they could have a horse and carriage bring her out. Oh,
ooh,
that would
like
that would slay a dark horse. Can you imagine that? That would slay a horse and with a dark carriage and have her come out the wagon. Oh my god.
Okay, you guys are getting me too hyped right now. This never happened.
See, I know, right? We come up with the best things. Well, guys, that completes our show. We've said a lot today. We got into it. We really got into it today with the Summer Rae debate. The Summer Rae Gate. Should I name it the Summer Rae Gate?
The Summer Rae scandal.
Because the Summer Rae Gate was lit on fire today. But Eve, where can the listeners follow you at?
You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Divas Fanatic with the Next.
Nick, where can the listeners follow you at?
I could just feel that salt in your tone there when you said my name.
Why?
If you want to follow me on social media, you can find me at Prince Pipe Bomb on Instagram and Twitter. And also give a little shout out to Matt Boo Sam. You know, he's sweet. He's single. He's looking for some booty. So send him a message.
What are you, his fucking pimp? Okay, Godfather.
He messaged me saying to say something nice about him on this show, and then I totally forgot to the very end. So yeah, just send him a little message. He's single and he's really sweet, and he has a good voice, and he can make stuff for you.
Apparently, Gigi's friends.
I think he's a good cook. I don't know.
Apparently, Gigi's friends are trying to hook up with Sam. But
yeah,
you guys.
Yeah, that's true. Oh, that was a mess. Yeah, where can people follow you though?
You guys can follow me at Jimmy Vibes on all my social media platforms. And if you guys can't find me on the Jimmy Vibes, just put an underscore at the end. And another thing, guys, we won't be back next week due to the fact that I'll be in California next week. So we'll be back the week after Hell in a Cell. So I'm thinking maybe that Monday we should sit down and film a show before Hell in a Cell or something after Hell in a Cell. Maybe we could go over what happened on Hell in a Cell because it's such a big moment. I feel like we need to capitalize anyway. So I'm going to look to see. I'm going to try to see who's around so we can maybe film a show that Monday. Actually, that Monday is Halloween, so Tuesday. We'll be back Tuesday.
No, Tuesday's Halloween, boo.
No, Tuesday, Halloween is on Monday, boo.
Are you sure?
I'm positive, because I fly back on Halloween. I'm not happy about that.
Oh.
Anyways.
Okay. Well, listeners, if you want to follow us on our official Twitter account, you can find us at _RealPipeBomb. That's where all the key keys are going. We're doing a lot of stuff over there. Did you want to give a little shout out that you and Tom have put together, Jaymes?
Oh
For the
yeah,
listeners?
how could I forget? I wanted to put that early in the show. But guys, I know you guys, if you guys don't follow the Twitter account or the Instagram account, we are looking to hear from you guys. We want to hear you guys, so we want you guys to drop us a less than a minute pipe bomb. You guys heard me, Eve, and Nick all day going at each other. We want you guys to come in and just tell us how you feel about the booking with the women's roster in the whole process of the whole women's evolution that's been going on right now. From then to now, we want to hear, what are your thoughts on the booking now? Because you guys heard what we had to say about SmackDown and Monday Night Raw's booking with the women. We want to hear from you guys. Do you guys agree with Nick?
Exactly.
Do you agree with Eve on bringing in Summer Rae and just throwing her in any random spot right now? Shade?
I didn't say that. That was
You
me.
see the words he's throwing in your mouth.
That was not me. That was me. Thank you.
I'm
Eve
just
said
kidding.
that
I'm
she just
kidding.
wanted equal rights and TV time for all of the other women for them to be built
Yeah.
up. So don't
No,
try to read me.
Eve's preaching was about having Lana in the ring. So
Yes.
Anyways, you guys, you heard what we all said, and I know you guys heard it.
just trying to get that little last dragon in before we go.
Right.
I'm just being funny.
What a salty bitch.
Hey,
Eve.
but what I will say is, I said what I said. No. But guys,
Well, that's true.
listeners, please send us a clip at our TPP email address. It's at thepipeonpodcast@gmail.com. Super easy, guys. Come on. And you guys, if you guys have a smartphone, go on your voice memo and just record it and then shoot us an email at thepipeonpodcast at gmail.com. thepipeonpodcast@gmail.com. 90 seconds. Whatever, a little over a minute. Who gives a shit? Whatever.
If it's over a minute, who
cares?
And really, you don't try to talk about the whole women's revolution in 90 seconds. Talk about one
What
of your
you
favorites,
care.
like the booking of Summer or the booking of Carmella or Naomi or something that you want to see happen.
Or what's
we
bothering
really want to
you?
hear from you.
Yeah, just vent. Give it to us. And you guys will be put on the show. Every audio that we receive will be on the show. So I know a lot of the listeners, you guys want to come on the show. Here's your opportunity. And if you guys impress this bitch, you never know. You might be sitting right next to this bitch, Eve, on our panel. So it's a great way if you guys want to come into the show. So impress us. Give it your all and just give us your opinion. That's all we're asking for. It is the Pipe Bomb Podcast. So come in and drop your pipe bomb. That's it.
That's it. Perfect. Yeah. And other than that, just stay tuned. We're the Pipe On Podcast. We have a lot of stuff coming up, a lot of projects that we're planning together, and I'm so excited. I'm not going to reveal anything just yet. But yeah, so I just wanted to thank the listeners. Comment down below. Comment in the comment section. We love having kikis with you guys, and I love seeing the fans drag Jaymes in there. So
who drags me? I don't remember. One listener told me, "Oh, I felt bad for dragging Jaymes last week." I'm sitting here scratching my head. Now, when did this bitch drag me? I must have missed it. I was like,
you're going to have to go through the comments.
I don't recall getting dragged by a listener. I don't. They try. Oh, they try. Ooh, child.
Oh, they do try.
But, bitch, I'm not the one to get dragged. I'm an anchor, bitch. I don't move. I don't move.
I'm an anchor.
Just like in the bedroom, James.
All right. On that note, bye, guys. Thanks for listening.